welcome back to Selena Thinking Out Loud. Today I'm going to soak my hosta roots in preparation of potting them and planting them in pots. And then once they get a little bit bigger and healthy looking, I'm going to go ahead and transplant them out into my garden area where I've designated them under the tree and where they'll get partial to full sun. But the ones I've purchased is from Eden Brothers. They come like this in a pack. Look how nice they are. And this comes in 5 roots in this bag. And it says these are varied leaves. Midsummer they bloom, shade and partial shade they require, and plant them in the depth of 1 inch. Yeah, I'm going to separate them. That's 2. And that's 3. 4, and this looks like 5. Okay, great. So I did get 5, and they all look very strong. And I just put some cool water in there, and I'm just gonna soak the roots overnight. Yeah, I'm gonna soak them overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and plant them in pots. And then they should be good to go. Maybe in about a week or 2, I can put them in their designated area. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of mulch I want to put down surrounding them. I was thinking like a white rock or some other kind of different color mulch. I have to figure out what I want to do. But oh, here's number 5. There we go. So I'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and plant my hosta roots. As you can see, they're all nice and ready to go. And I have these pots that I purchased for my lavender plants from Home Depot last season. And I said I'm just going to recycle them and use them again. They're perfect size for the hostas to get to a certain size so I can put them in the garden area. But I'm going to use this potting mix here from Miracle Grow. And I'm going to use some of this garden soil, all-purpose in-ground soil, because they're going to go in ground once they get a little bit bigger. So I want them to get used to this soil and some of this potting mix as well. I'm also going to add some Plantone to the soil and some, of course, earthworm castings. Transfer it into my pots here. I like working early in the morning before the sun really comes up. It's a really nice, pleasant morning this morning. Feels great. Beautiful spring morning. And I'm just gonna put all of them halfway with this. So 50-50 of the in-ground, and then the rest I'll top it with potting mix. But I'm gonna moisten the soil as I go. Get the soil moist for my hosta. Now I'm going to add some earthworm castings to each pot. And the soil is nice and moist. All right. And then I'm going to add some of this Plantone out here. Each one. So I'm going to mix it all in. Not too much. Okay. Oh. All right. Looking ready to go. I'm going to just spread out the roots in the bottom here. And then I'm gonna add a lot of soil right here on top of them. There's another one. Set them right there. And you wanna make sure this part here is above the soil. So you're just wanting to bury the roots. All right. They look so good. All right. And the last one is there. Perfect. Start adding this potting mix right on top of each hosta, and then I'll water again. Okay, so I've planted all of the hostas and I made sure to cover up all the roots. They have large roots, large healthy roots. So I'm gonna add, again, some more earthworm castings to give them a double layer of them. Make sure they're well, because all of this soil will go into the ground when I transplant them into the garden. So I'm just getting them off to a good start. So they'll be well taken care of from the start. There we go. Okay, there we go. And I'll add a little bit more fertilizer as well, just a little bit, so I can mix it all in. And water, again, very deeply. Okay, and this is slow release fertilizer, so it won't attack them too much too soon. So slow release fertilizer. So I'm just gonna work this into here, to the soil, and then I'm gonna pat it down. Pat the soil down. All right, looking good. I just want them to get off to a nice healthy start. Hopefully they become nice and strong and big in my garden. We're still having really nice temperatures. I'm so thankful that we have a spring this year. So I have time to get my garden together this year. Being a second-year gardener, I decided to really jump in this year and establish my garden area. And I always loved hostas, so I said hostas would be a great addition to my garden. Okay, so we're all done with the fertilizer. Now we're just gonna deeply water and they'll be ready to go. I'm gonna place these under grow lights in the house because I don't want them to interact with the outside quite yet, but they'll be out here soon enough. So just want them to have a nice neutral environment to start. All right, so let the water drain through and then I'll put them under grow lights. All right, they are under the grow lights. I have 2 sets of grow lights, but I put 2 here and 3 in the other grow light. I put a little tag here saying when I planted them, just to give me an idea of when I planted the hosta roots, but they're on their way. So I'll keep you guys posted. It's now May 15th and they started growing pretty much overnight. The roots just started to lift up and wake up. So as you can see, I found out I have 2 varieties here. I have this with this yellowish border on it, and then the ones that's all green. So that's the 2 kinds that came in the quantity of 5 roots from my order, which is fine. And I'll just plant these out in the garden in about 2 more weeks, and they'll be ready to go. They should have a lot more leaves on them, but I am just happy with their growth. I started them because I didn't want them to deal with too much insect pressure, and it's been working. See all that growth right there? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, so I'm gonna be putting these in the garden, and I'm looking forward to seeing them thrive and you know, just really grow and get larger throughout the growing season. So hopefully you get out this year and plant your favorite flowers and plants in your garden, your patio garden. And I look forward to hearing all what's going on in your garden as well. So until we talk again, take care of yourself, be safe, and God bless. Bye-bye.